Hello, 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 hello. Did you hear that? Did you see that? Bit of the old accordion. That's a little treat for everybody who turns up on time. And when I say a treat, I mean my accordion practice. So, you decide. Hello, Janet. Hello, Marion. Fabian Society. And Marion Calcan. Granton. How you doing? All right. Say hello, everybody who's here. Give us a share. Give us some of that. All right. Hello, Pro Lethers. Hello, Ollie. In the hood. Not in the hood, like LA, but in the HUD. Like Roy Hudd. Roy Huddersfield. Is that his full name? Right, can someone tell me that you can hear me? Because just like to make sure. You know? Hello, Keith. Hello, Shetmanka. Hello, Jamie Swan. Named after the devastating bird which can break your arm. Right, no one's saying that you can hear me. Can you hear me? 1 2 1 2 1 2. I think you can hear me. Yeah, right. Okay, good. Excellent. Did you catch the accordion? Did you hear that? Gordon's alive. Excellent, excellent. Right, thanks for telling me that, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, it's exactly 7 o'clock. It's time to start talking quiz. Huey Clues. It's so simple, and I never say that right. Huey Lewis and the Clues are here. Hello. Gordon's alive. You know what I might do? I might get you all to... I might have a competition. A Brian Blessed voice-off, you know what I mean? Get you all to all record like 2 seconds of Brian Blessed. Basically, Gordon's alive. Get you send it into the page. Have a wee competition for that. In fact, I declare that competition. It's for this week, right? In fact, I've got a special prize for it. I actually have something. So, I've just thought of that this very second. It's a Brian Blessed voice imitation competition. You have to post on Dr. Paul Facebook yourself just doing the phrase Gordon's alive in the Brian Blessed style. Couple of seconds. It should only take 3 or 4 seconds, you know. The way he does it is probably 10 seconds, you know what I mean? Gordon's alive! That kind of thing. But the best one, by the close of play on Saturday, will get a fantastic prize, okay? So, hello, Pajero. Hello, Denise. And Kathleen. Hello, Janie. Hello, Bill. All right, we're here. It's quiz time. Let's do it. You know how this works. The house rules. No Tories. No racists. Don't be a fool. I'm going to ask questions. We're going to start the first question in about 3 minutes from now. If you've not been here before, it's pretty light-hearted, all right? You just get yourself a pen and a bit of paper. There is an actual Dr. Paul score sheet that you can get if you want. Let me do. I've got time. I'll just quickly give you the link to that. I think it's in the description below anyway, but let me just stick this into the chat here. There we go. So if you want an actual Dr. Paul score sheet, you can download that, print it out. Keeps you right, keeps you nice and tidy. But a piece of paper and a pen is all you actually need. And if you've got a team, that's great. If you're just on your own, that's fine as well. I'm going to ask the questions every round. You write down your answers. After each round, I'll tell you the answers. The correct answers. You mark yourself, and then at the end of the quiz, I get you to upload your scores. Okay, there is no prize for the top score, so there's no point in cheating. The quiz element really is for entertainment and fun, but we do have a prize, which I'm going to tell you about in a second. First of all, I'll show you the scores from Saturday. Let's get quizzical. Who are here tonight? Denise and Kathleen. We're at the top, 75 points. Get this, and this was on Kathleen's birthday. So, absolutely fantastic. And we divided up scores by newsreaders on Saturday. So Trevor McDonald scores at the top there. Let's get quizzical. Scumbag, Pro Lethers, Peaky Fifers, Mrs. Mango, Chameleons. Sue Lawley's style was FHK, Olympic Gravy, Ray Vaughan, Lorna Marion, Jocks Nomad, Team Open, and down in the Hugh Edwards zone is Tom Nook, Porn Dwarf, House of Weirdos, Barrymore's Fist, Positive Spin, and Janice Millington. That was Saturday's scores. We'll get your scores after the quiz tonight. Get you to upload them. We'll make another league table. Our sponsor tonight is Cross Borders Brewery. They're based down Eskbank near Dalkeith. They make award-winning beer. You can drink it. If you win it, there's Tim. He won the beer the other week. Tim's in Aviemore. Check him out. That's happy with the beer. And even if you don't win the beer, you can use the discount code. You see that? DP Quiz gets you 10% off their beer if you go to their website. And anyone can use that. You don't have to win the beer. You don't even have to do the quiz. You can send that discount code to a friend. They'll get 10% off as well. You know what I mean? DP Quiz. That's the link I've just put in the chat. You can go and buy the booze. All right. And you know what booze makes? Happy people. All right. That's not in every single circumstance, but you know, mainly. Okay, you ready? It's quiz time. Quizzes all week. Well, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday. You come to my quiz. You like very nice. Here we go. Right, you ready? It is 7:05. It's time for the first question. So the first round of the quiz, as always, is the same letter round. Okay? And by the way, before we do anything, make sure you share, like the quiz first of all, so that I'm not barking at you later to do it. What we got just now? 12 likes. You get a few likes on there for me, please. Share the quiz as well. If you share the quiz, your team gets a point. Okay, here we go. So the first round is same letter round. All the answers start with the same letter. Once you get the letter, it's pretty easy. Here we go, right? Number one, mostly armless. In which art gallery can the Venus de Milo be found? That is the famous statue with no arms. The Venus de Milo. But what's the name of the art gallery that you have to visit if you want to see the Venus de Milo in real life? You can look up a picture, get a good idea. But if you want to see the thing, what's the name of the gallery? Okay, question number 2 is about the human body and comebacks, which is the only human internal organ capable of natural regeneration of lost tissue. All right, so there's one organ that grows back even after losing a bit. It'll grow back. Which organ is that? Remember, all the answers start with the same letter of the alphabet. So once you get one, it's easy, yeah? Okay, number 3. Which animal, also known as a bobcat, shares its name with a top-selling brand of underarm deodorant? So that's a animal brand question. Type of animal. It's also known as a bobcat, and it's the name of a underarm deodorant. Best-selling, top-selling, you know. That's question number 3. Question number 4. Same letter round. Jazz. Which famous 20th century jazz trumpeter was nicknamed Satchmo? Which I believe is short for Satchel Mouth. His cheeks went big. You know, playing the trumpet like this. But what is the name of that trumpeter? A famous 20th century jazz trumpeter. And if you're thinking, I don't know any jazz trumpeters, you probably do. You probably heard of this person, even if you don't think you know anything about jazz. Famous, you know, beyond the world of jazz. And the last one, number 5, getting high. Which city's cathedral was the only English building ever to hold the title of the tallest building in the world? It was the tallest building in the world for 200 years during the Middle Ages, all right, medieval times. So which city's cathedral is that? That's quite a tricky one at the end there. You tell me when you're ready. This is how this works, okay? In terms of time. And you tell me when you think you have all the answers. and then I'll know to move on. Marion's ready already. Marion's the first to be ready tonight. All right. Ding-a-ling. For anyone who just came in, or if you missed any questions, I'm going to quickly recap them. It is the same letter round, so all the answers start with the same letter. Here come the 5 questions. Number 1, the Venus de Milo famous statue. Names. Which gallery do you have to visit to see the Venus de Milo? That's question number 1. Number 2, which internal organ of the human body grows back and is the only one to do so after it's been damaged? Number 3, what animal can also be called a bobcat, and it is the top-selling brand of underarm deodorant? I don't know if it's the top-selling brand, but it's certainly one of them. That's question 3. Question 4 is Satchmo, a jazz trumpeter, 20th century guy. What was his name? Do rock steady. Uh-huh. That's Bill. He's ready. And the Getting High one was an English cathedral was the tallest building in the world for 200 years. Which city was it in? Okay. All right. Spage. Hello, Simon. Good to see all the names, all the regular names. Nice to see you all. Hello, Robert. What quiz ballers? You all ready? We'll start. We've got plenty of readies here. Let's get on with it. Let's no muck about tonight. Let's get into it. Come on. So, round 1 answers. You ready? Here it comes. Did you get the letter? Yeah? Sure you did. Letter L. Do I know where L is? L is in hello. So if you've not got the right letter, that's a disaster straight away, but I'm sure you've all got the letter. Now, for these questions, you get 2 points. 2 points for a correct answer. So here we go. Here come the scores. The answers, rather. Number 1, the Venus de Milo, the armless statue, is in the Louvre in Paris, in France. All right, there she is. She's got a bit of an arm. You know. She could probably wedge a fork between that arm and her body. You know, not entirely without function. So 2 points for Louvre. Number 2, the only human organ, internal organ that grows back is your liver. All right, liver. The reason it says internal organ there rather than just organ is because the skin's counted as an organ. That can grow back. But internal, we're talking about liver. All right. Number 3, top selling brand of deodorant is Lynx. Yeah, that's a bobcat. Bobcat is a lynx. Well, there's 4 species of lynx, one of which is a bobcat, but bobcat, lynx, kind of interchangeable. Number 4, Satchmo is Louis Armstrong. Yeah, Louis Armstrong was the name of the guy. I think most of you have heard of him. And Getting High, this is difficult. Tallest building in the world for 200 years was the cathedral in Lincoln. Yeah, there it is. There's a prayer. Cross in the heart for liver regeneration. Pretty good. Spage. I've been practicing, Simon, you see. So see Lincoln Cathedral there. I visited there last year. I passed through Lincoln for an obscure reason last year. And it actually is pretty tall. That's what it looks like now. And it is pretty tall when you're right down there. But it used to be pretty much twice the height. There was another... See, there's 2 towers at the front there. That's little ones. And then the big fat one, that's in the middle. And that used to have a, what do you call it? A spire on top of it, which was basically double the height. It collapsed in 1549, of course, you know, but for a couple of 100 years, it was the tallest building in the world. That's it, yeah. Yeah, Simon's saying used to have spires. Yeah, one big spire in the middle bit. Maybe on the front too as well. I'm not sure. Anyway. There's all the answers together. Louvre, liver, Lynx, Louis Armstrong, Lincoln. 2 points for each of those. Now, people are telling me that your scores. If you've not been here before, you'll notice that some of those people are scoring more than 10. This is because there are bonus points. If you've been to the Dr. Paul quiz before, in real life or online, you get 2 points. Your team gets 2 points. And if anyone's in your team has done a share tonight to try and spread the word like a mighty seed, then your team gets 1 point. So that's a possible 13 points. You can go even further. If it's your actual birthday today, you get a point for that. But it's probably not your birthday, unless it is. 1 point for Louis, asks Beefcake 3853. Yeah, why not? If you didn't get Louis Armstrong, but you knew it was Louis something. Yeah, 1 point, exactly. That's fair enough. Denise has never heard of Lincoln. Went for Leeds. Never heard of Lincoln. Fair enough. Got you on the last question, triangulation. Yeah, that was the difficult one. I think that was the difficult one around Lincoln. Because it's not a massive city. It used to be one of the bigger cities in medieval England. Anyway, let's move on. Everybody, keep your scores, everybody. Keep adding up your scores. We're going to get you to upload your scores at the end of the quiz. Let's go straight to round 2. Picture round, all right? Here we go. Disaster. Look at that. The Hindenburg disaster, to be precise. Famous disaster, 1937. How many people died? Now, you don't have to get this exact, but try and guess as exactly as you can. And if you get close enough, you'll get the points. Dios mío are here. Is that Dios mío el chupacabra? Hello, Alistair. So have a guess how many people died in the Hindenburg disaster. Famous disaster, right? If you don't know about it, an airship, a Zeppelin, crosses the Atlantic from, I think it took off from Germany, goes all the way to New York, just about to dock somewhere in New Jersey, and boom, blows up. Fire. Disaster. But how many people died? Have an estimate. I mean, you might know, but if you don't know, have an estimate. And if you're close enough, you'll get the points. Right. Question number 2. The King. Look at this guy. Which European country got this guy as king from 2014 onwards? So this man is the king of what country? He got the job in 2014 when his father abdicated. His dad was the king. Now he's the king. His dad stepped down, so that's enough for me. You know, I'm going to abdicate, let someone else have a go. So now this guy's the king. But of which country? That's question number 2. Number 3, name the city. Okay. A very famous European city. Quite a famous building just on the, you can see, I'm pointing to it there, you can see that, the arrow. On the sort of left-hand part of the picture there, left centre of the picture. A very famous building / tourist attraction there. An ordered grid system. Some big diagonals going across them. So do you recognise that? What city is that? I might try and find some other clues for you in just a second, but design. Question number 3. Now this is an official Olympics poster, but from when? The 1970s, the 1980s, or the 1990s? Just using your knowledge of design. I mean, you might recognise it, like the exact Olympics it's from. But this is more a question about design. When would that kind of thing be an acceptable design for an Olympics poster? The 1970s, the 1980s, or the 1990s? That's number 4. And the last one, in what I think is quite a tricky picture round altogether, 70s pop. Who is this 1970s pop star? Is it David Cassidy or Suzi Quatro? David Cassidy or Suzi Quatro? Who is that 70s pop star? Right. So there's a couple of multiple choice ones in there, a couple of difficult ones. I'm just going to go back over them for you in this round. Tell me if you're ready. And then I'll know to move on. So I'm just looking up the city. I just wanted to give you an idea of the size of the city in terms of population. So I have a little look on Wikipedia here, you see. Because Wikipedia is God. Aye, it's roughly what I thought. Roughly 1.5 million people. Okay. So, first one is how many people died in the Hindenburg disaster. Guess an exact figure. If you get close enough, you get the points. Number 2, this guy is the king of which country? He became the king in 2014 when his dad stepped down. Number 3, name that city. European city, 1.5 million people. Big tourist destination building in the left centre of the picture. Grid system. Very organised. When was this a poster for an Olympic Games? 70s, 80s or 90s? And the last one is in the 70s, but who's the pop star? Is it David Cassidy or Suzi Quatro? Well, Suzi Quatro. I don't know why I said Suzi Quatro. Yeah. Right, co-variators are ready. Quiz ballers are ready. Couple of guesses. Yeah, I think it's quite a guessy round. I don't think that's easy at all, that round. I'll wait for a few more of you to tell me that you're ready. In the meantime, if anyone's got some good news for Monday, let us know in the chat. We need some good news, you know. Come on, tell us something good that happened in your life today. Did you get the washing in before it rained? I did. Any other successes out there? Fabian's are ready, Marion's ready, Pajero's ready. Okay, let's do it. 4 times a lady. I like that. Right. Here we go. Picture round answers. Kaboom. Right, first one. Speaking of kaboom, there is... they're not quite sure what happened. It might have been a lightning bolt. There was a nearby storm thing, but it wasn't really happening at the time. There was a... Somebody said some electricity went up a cable. Anyway, the whole thing inflated and burned and fell to the ground. The number of people who died was 36. All right. So I've decided to give you the points for this if you got less than 50. It's one of those very, very famous disasters. And you might think it's got a higher death toll because it's so famous, but only 36 people died. In fact, more people survived than died. There was over 60 people survived in that. There's some good news from Marion. I've booked a holiday to Islay and Jura in September. Superb. You're going to the folk festival. Simon says, what a guess. Spot on. Nice one. Number 2, which European country got this guy as king from 2014 onwards? It's Spain. He is Felipe VI. Bill's got some good news. Opened up our email from Postcode Lottery. 110 quid. How about that? Can't beat that. Can't beat a tenner. Number 3, name that city. Fairly distinctive grid system with the diagonals across it, but the real thing there in that picture is the building in centre left. That's the Sagrada Familia Cathedral. It is Barcelona. 2 points for Barcelona. I from Barcelona. You like my accent? Covariates are saying it's Charlotte's week off. Yes. What are you going to do, Charlotte? What are you going to do with your week off? You're going to write a pop song. That's what I'd do if I had a week off. I'd write a pop song. This was an Olympic poster when? 70s, 80s, 90s. There's 2 ways of looking at this. One is that it's modern and bright. The other is it's a bit sloppy. But that kind of bright, sloppy design was a feature of the 1990s. It's the 1992 Winter Olympics at Albertville in France, if you want the full SP on that. And who's the pop star? It's Suzi Quatro. Suzi Quatro. So there we go. Also known as Leather Tuscadero from Happy Days. Right, 36 deaths. So you got the points if you said less than 50 people dying. Okay. Spain was King Felipe. Barcelona was the city. 1990s for the graphic. And Susie Quattro for the pop star. What we got for scores? We got some more good news coming in. Charlotte's going to bake cookies and sing in a shower. That sounds all right. But seriously, Charlotte, if you just put aside half an hour a day, you could probably write a pop song. Like a good one, you know? Boardwalk's got 10. Chameleon's got 6. Chameleon's a top team as well. Pajero got 6. Fabian's got 8. GD Luger, that's Huey Lewis. And the Clues have got 10 out of 10. Geek Robin got 10 as well. All right, the scores are all over the place here. You thought Paris Notre Dame, Marion. You would know that because it's on a wee island, basically in the middle of the Seine. So if it was from that distance, you'd see the river. You'd put 160 odd for the Hindenburg. Nah, you couldn't even get that many people on it. It's just a wee sort of basket thing under the big Zeppelin, the tiny wee basket. So there was only about 90 people on board. Most of them survived. Went for 250 on the Hindenburg. Wow. We thought the messy art was the 80s. Well, I wasn't far off. 1992. Right, okay, let's move on. A couple of you went for Notre Dame there. Right, that was a difficult round. Let's see what we got next. It's crypto. All right, this is difficult, actually. So I'm about to give you a cryptic clue, like a cryptic crossword clue, to try and give you a clue to the title of a song. It was a hit in 1990, a massive worldwide hit in 1990. You'll have a minute to solve it. If you do solve it, don't shout out the answer in the chat. Just remember to write it down. But tell us if you think you've got it. Say, got it in the chat. Right, anyway, I'll get on with it. You'll get 60 seconds. 3 points if you get this right. So there we go. Item has 0 friction. And that's the words, the number of letters in each word. So a 1-letter word, 4-letter word, 5-letter word, 4-letter word. And I'll tell you something, right? The one, you'd automatically think but it's not it's not I. It's U, the letter U, meaning you. But you know the fashion at the time was to use the letter U to indicate you. So the first word there is just the letter U. I'll tell you that much, because otherwise it's very, very difficult. And there's only 15 seconds left. Item has 0 friction. It's a difficult one. If something's got 0 friction, what's difficult about it? Right, that's the time up. I'm going to give you a few more seconds on this. In fact, I'll give you until I can see somebody saying that they think they've got it, because I think it's a more difficult one than usual. As soon as somebody says they've got it, I'll reveal the answer. And you've got right up until that point. Because I don't want no one to get it. Oh, Cat says got it, but is it friction? Let's have a look. The answer is you can't touch this. You can't touch this. A couple of more if you've got it. I think we got it. Got it. No clue. So if something is completely frictionless, which is, theoretical more than actual, you wouldn't be able to touch it. You can only touch something if there's friction. You can't touch this. It's MC Hammer, yeah? You remember MC Hammer? So I'd be interested to know if anybody got that, because that was a fairly difficult one. 3 points for your team if you got it right. Says Ocats. I get the feeling you are disagreeing with the clue. If you can prove otherwise, then everybody gets 3 points. Caesar's Palace saying didn't get it, but nothing to do with friction, DP. Well, but the thing is, if something's totally frictionless, you can't touch it. Because you just touching something like that. I'm touching my microphone there. You can't see it. See it against my jacket. I'm touching it. It's only because of friction. If there's no friction, I would go right off it. Folk are not happy about this one, right? It's somebody who knows about science, disprove it, right? And then everybody will get 3 points. Okay, let's move on. Hexo, while you're dragging out your physics. You could touch it, but you couldn't hold it. Nah. No friction. Aye, but you touch ice even if it slips right out your hand. Aye, but it's got some friction. It's not frictionless. I think frictionless is like theoretical. It's so theoretical it couldn't happen. Anyway, I'll try to give you clues around it. Right, here we go. You can't touch this. Hexo. So this is first of all, before the actual Hexo, I'll show you how Hexo works. See the board there? You're looking for answers. So I say World War II UK Prime Minister, 2 letters. You say, WC, Winston Churchill. I say State Broadcaster, 3 letters. You say BBC. You know what I mean? That's how Hexo works. How many points for getting the cryptos? You get 3 points for the crypto. 3 points for any of the puzzles. What? Here's Marion. Marion's never backwards and coming forwards. That's crap, Paul, and you know it. Come on then. Thing is, Marion, people still got it right. Anyway, right, so the answers don't overlap. That's the other thing here. Here's the crypto. Right, first one is 4 letters, and it is a BBC Sports television programme. It's been on TV since 1964, and it's still on today. So try and work out what that is. You're looking for 4 letters on the grid that give you the name of a BBC TV show. That's been on the air since 1964. Margaret Ann's here, going on about Cryptogate. Yeah. Folk are not happy about that one. By the way, Margaret Ann, who won beer the other night, did you get my email? I was just looking for your full postcode so I can give that to the beer people. All right. Number 2 is an invention created by a Scotsman called James Dewar in 1892, and it's equipment that is favoured by people who do camping and hill walking and all that sort of thing. They've probably got one of these. Oh, Cats is backing up Marion. That's fine. Listen, if I'm wrong, I'll say I'm wrong, but I want someone to give me a link or something to prove that the clue's complete nonsense. Anyway, but I know you're busy doing Hexo as well. So that's an invention by James Dewar. That's 2 letters. Number 3, a tall Sesame Street character played by Carol Spinney until his death in 2018. So Carol Spinney was the name of the puppeteer, and played this character from the 1960s right up until when he died in 2018. Which tall Sesame Street character is that? Ocat says, suppose you cup your hands and someone puts a frictionless object in them. Yeah, that's good. I like that. I don't know if that's science, but I quite like your thinking. Listen, we'll get back to it. When I've got you busy, I'll look up something, all right? Okay, trade union for doctors in the UK. I don't know if it's technically a trades union, but the equivalent of a trade union for doctors in the UK is represents doctors. Okay, 3 letters. That's number 4. And number 5, 1967 book by zoologist and that should say ethnologist, that should say, Desmond Morris, that looks at human beings as a species. You know, looks at human beings in the same way that you would study zebras or gorillas. Thanks, Margaret Ann. So there you go. A couple of tricky ones there. See if you can find them. Tell me when you're ready. And in the meantime, I might just go to Google and say, can you have a frictionless object? And on another tab, I'm going to search if an object was frictionless, could you touch it? Get some sort of something on Reddit. I don't know about Reddit being a good source. Physics on stackexchange.com. That's another slightly untrustworthy source. If someone's got slightly more time in their hands than I have, and you could find a good there's a page on Wikipedia about frictionless planes. Fuck, it's getting into physics. It's too much for me. Bill spotted that there's a few bums in the hexo. There we go. That's more my level. Dr. Caesar's Palace MD is getting phenomenological on his exploration of the you can't touch this situation. Right, Noodle Doodles are ready. Pajero is ready. I'll wait for a couple more. Fabian Society ready. Geek Rom is ready. Let's move on. Let's do it. So here come the Hexo answers. So if you're not quite ready, just write down anything because I'm about to give you the answers. Okay, so number one, BBC Sport television programme that's been on since 1964. It's MOTD. That's Match of the Day. All right. So you get 2 points for MOTD. You don't have to know what these stand for, by the way, as long as you get the initials. Number two, something invented by James Dewar in 1892, used by campers and hill walkers and those types of people. VF is vacuum flask. He invented vacuum flask. You put a cup of soup in there, it stays warm forever, more or less. You know. BB for number three. That's Big Bird. Carol Spinney was Big Bird. He was also Oscar the Grouch. But Big Bird is the one we're talking about there. That's why I put tall in and why it's only 2 letters. Big Bird. Number 4 is the Doctors' Trade Union. That's BMA, British Medical Association. BMA. And the last one, number 5, the Desmond Morris book that treats human beings as an animal species and studies them in that way. It was a very famous bit of work, late 1960s. It's called TNA, The Naked Ape. All right, The Naked Ape. So some difficult ones there. You tell me what you got. I'm just thinking about the you can't touch this thing. The thing is, it's all blown out of the water. All your arguments are blown out of the water by the fact that some people got it right. You know what I mean? It's like when sometimes, I do anagrams at the quiz, at the pub quiz in real life. And I've got over 800 anagrams, okay? Most of them perfect. Now, there is an occasional one where I get it wrong and there's an extra letter or a letter missing or something like that. And people go mental. How are we meant to solve that, Dr. Paul? It's wrong. But inevitably, someone solves it anyway. Someone shouts out the right, because we do the anagram in the pub by first person to shout out the right answer. So someone shouts it out, and I go, yeah, it's Abraham Lincoln, something like that. They shout Abraham Lincoln. I go, okay, that's right. Then someone says, no, there's 3 A's in there, but there's 2 A's. And I'm like, but they still got it right. Anyway, Didn't get vacuum flask or the last one. You gave us the first word. Yes, I did. Well, I realised it was a difficult clue. And if you're talking about the difference between being able to hold something and being able to touch something, you can use mental flexibility to introduce the idea that I might be talking about You Can't Touch This by MC Hammer. Hammer time. You went for tent peg. Aye, it could have been. And didn't have a clue in the book. Yeah, famous bit of work. Didn't give. Lots of you missed the vacuum flask. Lots of 8s and 6s in that round. Looks like it's shaping up to be a difficult quiz tonight. Let's move on. Right, round 4 is the sound round. Let's waste too much time here. Didn't get a lot of people missed the flask. It's time for the music round, or sound round anyway. Let's see what we got. Okay. So you see all the possible answers there on the list. Choose the right answers from the list. The first question is, which country is included in the title of this song, which has been speeded up? All right. So this is played at double speed, but which country is mentioned in the title? Here is tune number 1. Great stuff. So that's from the 80s, and it's a mainly instrumental piece, but it's got the name of a country in the title of the tune. What is the country that's in the title? Second one is the opposite, is slowed down, played at half speed. Who is singing here?
Just like the world is ours, we're tearing it apart, You know we're superstars. We are who we are. Just
great, fantastic. Number 3 is being played backwards. Who is the singer here? That's cool. I like that a lot. Number 4 is the national anthem of a country. Which country has this as their national anthem? And it pretty much goes on like that for another minute and a half. And the last one is the theme tune for a television programme. Which TV show has this piece of music in the theme tune? Quite good, that. Quite heavy. Right, so I don't know if you're ready or not, but I'm going to just play them one more time anyway, just in case you missed any of them. So the first one, you're looking for a country, and the country is in the title of this piece of music. This is number 1. Sprint version, you know what I mean? Number 2 is the opposite, slowed down. Who is singing here?
Just like the world is ours, we're tearing it apart. part. You know we're superstars. We are who we are. Just like the world is.
I think out of all the mixed up things, I'm starting to really enjoy the slow ones. When I first started doing this, I like the speeded up ones, but more and more I like the slowed down ones. Number 3 is played backwards. That's classy, even played in reverse. Number 4 is a country's anthem. Which country? That's a way to make a country sound really boring. More boring than it actually is. And the last one is a TV theme tune. Which show? Sounds like a really serious sort of version of the Krypton Factor, but the Krypton Factor's not on the list. What could it be? Okay, y'all ready? Let's get these things off. Do my nothing. Okay, ready? Here we go. Yeah, I like the TV tune as well. I've never seen the show, but I love that bit of music. Right, okay. Right, number 4. Round 4. This is sound round. You've got your answers. Get ready to mark them. Here they come. So the first one was being played at double speed. It was a largely instrumental piece of music, and it is France is the answer. It's Tour de France by Kraftwerk. All right. Dun, 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 dun. Tour de France is the name of the song, so France is the answer. That's the country in the title. Number 2 was the slowed down one. Sounds like a big fat drunk guy, but it's actually Kesha at half speed. Kesha, who has a rather precocious, somewhat presumptuous $sign in her name. Don't like that. Number 3 is Tina Turner, Can't Stand the Rain. I can't stand the rain in my window. Memories. Great stuff. Even backwards, classy bit of music. Number 4, really boring sounding national anthem. And it is the national anthem of Australia. I think, not sure, but I think it's called Advance Australia Fair. But it's really dull. And the last one, nice bit of music. Sounds like a cross between something like the Krypton Factor and the old tune they used to use for the darts on BBC. And put those together, you get Stranger Things. So quite a modern TV show. Set in the 80s, and I believe they're trying to achieve a kind of 80s vibe with that music, but fairly successfully. Dark 80s. So there you go. Another difficult round. France, Kesha, Tina Turner, Australia, and Stranger Things. You tell me what you scored and we'll move on. 10! For the Chameleons. 10! For the Porn Dwarfs, and for Veronica Bell. And the Fabians. And the Prolethers. Oh, there's lots of 10s. Look at this. All the way through that, you were saying, oh, it's difficult. Oh, it's a tough round. Oh, I'm full of guesses. And look, you all got 10 out of 10. Noodle Doodle saying Stranger Things is fabulous. I've never seen it. I don't really watch TV. Missed Australia, boring. Aye, it was. Carl Backernegg. Hooray! Is here. 10 out of 10. I see, Marion, you base my tip on, like, how personally well you do. I think I'm going to do some research into what Marion's into. Just do loads of questions that suit her one night. See what kind of tip I get. Right, let's. So the points are okay in that round. Let's move on. Oh, team of the day. It's Let's Get Quizzical. There's Denise and her mum Kathleen. It was Kathleen's birthday. The other day. Happy birthday, Kathleen, which I sang you the other night. And they are in Dublin, I believe, over in Republic of Ireland. And they are team of the day. Let's get quizzical. 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 Wanna get quizzical. Let's get in a quizzical. So you get a point. Team of the day, always get a point. If you want to be team of the day, send me a photograph. Send me the team name. Send me some details. Tell me who's in the picture. So well done, Denise and Kathleen. You're team of the day. And happy birthday again for Saturday, Kathleen. All right. Got one more round. Then we've got the beer competition. Then we've got double or bust. So we're better get on with it. Run out of time here. So it's Guess Who. I'll get it as a grid. Aye, all right, Marion. Right, okay. Behind the grid, there is a picture of a person. You've got to say who the person is. I'm going to give you clues and remove some squares. If you get it after the first clue, then you get 10 points. If you get it after the second clue, then you get 8 points, and so on. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's the first squares away. The first question is that first clue is that this person was born in 1949. They are 71 years old now. And they won the Presidential Medal of Freedom in the USA in 2014. Cheers, Denise. Thanks for sending the picture. If you're sending me a picture for Team of the Day, folks, tell me what day you want to be Team of the Day so that I know what day to put it on. So there's the first ones away. So this person born in 1949. They won the Presidential Medal of Freedom in 2014. Here comes... So write down an answer now, because if it turns out you're right, you'll get 10 points, even if you change your mind later, right? Just write down an answer just now. You write down an answer every time if you want. Different one every time. But that's for 10 points. Here's for 8 points. So I'll take some more squares away and say this. This person was born in New Jersey into a well-off family. They went to Yale University and started their acting career shortly after that. So pretty well off, middle class at least. Went to Yale and started their acting career shortly after that. After being born in New Jersey. So write down an answer now if you think you know who it is, and that'll be for 8 points. Remember, you can do a guess every time. Whatever the highest points for the right guess, that's what you'll get. Okay, so that's for 8 points. Give you a couple of seconds. Here's the next clue for 6 points. This person supported Hillary Clinton in 2016, and Donald Trump called her one of the most overrated actresses in Hollywood and a Hillary flunky who lost big. Quizballers think you know after 8 points. Noodle Doodles have got it. Pajero's got it. So that's the 6 point clue. This person supported Hillary Clinton in the 2016 presidential election, and Donald Trump, gracious as ever, said she's one of the most overrated actresses in Hollywood. She's a Hillary flunky who lost big. Pretty accurate, Trump, huh? Maybe I'll go for US president one of these years. That's for 6 points. Write down an answer. I think we're getting there. Lots of you getting this, so quickly hurry up with the next clues. Clue for 4 points is... for 4 points, is that this person has had more Academy Award nominations than any other actor. All right? So she's an actress. And she is the most successful actor or actress, acting person, ever in terms of number of Oscar nominations. Aye. I think I'll not hold my breath about starting a career as an impressionist, Simon. And the last one for 2 points. Her most famous films include The Deer Hunter, Out of Africa, The Devil Wears Prada, and The Iron Lady. Yeah, it probably was a bit more Bob Dylan, wasn't it? That's a crazy combo. Bob Dylan crossed with Donald Trump. A protest singer, but who writes long-winded protest songs about how unfair everybody is to him. So, get a 2 point guess in. If you still don't know who it is, just write down any old actress that you think it might be. If you still don't recognise her, which I'm sure you all do, right answer is Meryl Streep. All right. So what'd you get? Shetman got 8. Social Outcast got 10 out of 10. All right. Good one. Meryl Streep, top actress. Right, let's get moving because we don't have a lot of time left. It's time for Mystery Bag. Yeah. You get to guess what's inside the mystery bag and you win the beer. Tonight's sponsor of Mystery Bag and the whole quiz is Cross Borders Brewery, who have the best web address because it's crossborders.beer. And I'm a simple person and I get excited by .beer. I think that's clever. You know what I mean? It'd be like me getting .quiz. Anyway, Cross Borders is going to send you some beer if you're a winner. Tonight, there's Tim. He got some beer a couple of weeks ago up in Aviemore. He guessed what was in the mystery bag. Now you guess what's in the mystery bag. The mystery bag is here. You have to guess what's in it. You have to ask me questions that I can answer yes or no. And the first person to guess what's in the bag gets the beer. Actually, let me clarify. Not the first person to guess. The first person I can see. Now, someone might get in there first. I'm going to try and be as honest as I can, get the first one that comes up. But sometimes they come up a little fast, and we don't want to waste time going back over it. So it's the first one I see. So if you guess and you're convinced you're right, and I miss it, just keep putting the guess in. All right. And I'll tell you one more thing. Tonight's answer is 2 words. I'm looking for 2 words. Okay. So here come the questions. Alan has started off with a question: is it edible? That's always the first question every week. And tonight, the answer is yes, it is something edible. It's something you can eat. Veronica's asked the same question. So it's not fluffy, it's not a toy, it's not beer. It is a type of food. Does it live in the kitchen? Yes, I got it from the kitchen. Is it a banana? No. Is it frictionless? Hang on. No. Is it green? No. Is it hard? Depends how you rate things, but you know, if you stood on it, it'd burst. Put it that way. Is it a green apple? No. Is it pineapple chunks? No. Brussels sprout? No. Can you touch it? Yeah, we've done that one. Cheese sandwich, sausage roll. Is it meat? Nah, it's not meat. Chocolate orange, nuts, jam sandwich, sausage roll. Red pepper? No. Can you touch it? Spring onions? No, it is a vegetable though. Black pepper? No. Sausage roll, jelly babies, pork pie, boiled eggs, sweet chocolate biscuit? No. Grapefruit, red pepper! All right, we have our winner, red pepper. Jamie Swan is the first to get red pepper. And there it is. Beautiful. Look at it. Ooh la la. Nice red pepper. Huh? So that was Jamie Swan is the champion for the beer and wins the Cross Borders beer. We'll be getting the Cross Borders beer. It's Jamie Swan. And the reason I keep saying it is so I don't forget it. I'll write it down there. Jamie Swan beer. Right. Well done, Jamie. Unless I've already got your name wrong. But I'm pretty sure that's right. Yeah, Jamie Swan. So Jamie, the thing to do is send me a message. Usually on Facebook is the best thing, or however you want to get in touch. But you've got to send me your... At last, says Jamie. Right, he's been trying this. Brilliant, well done. But send me your name and address so I can give that to Cross Borders and they can send you the beer. Make sure you send your, what do you call it, phone number as well, because the courier... the courier needs that as well. I'm laughing at Carl. He says in Austria we call it paprika. I know. I do listen to your input there, Carl. Thank you. Right. Very good. Right, let's get on to the last round. We've got 2 minutes to 8 o'clock. Might just fit this in before 8 o'clock. Remember, you can use the discount code DP Quiz. You go to their website, you get 10% off if you type in DP Quiz. So well done, Jamie. You're our beer winner. Let's do the final round. After this, we're going to know your scores. So you ready? Here we go. By the way, double or bust, you get 4 points for a correct answer. That's double. But if you put one wrong answer in this round, you get bust equals 0 points. Okay? So you don't have to answer all the questions. You choose which ones you're going to go for. Ready? Right. What's the name of the author who wrote the classic 1726 novel Gulliver's Travels? So that's nearly 300 years old. Gulliver's Travels. What was the name of the guy who wrote Gulliver's Travels? It goes to Lilliput, the little men, all that stuff, you know. 4 points for a right answer. Bust if you get it wrong. And you can leave blanks to avoid getting bust. You know how to play this. Number 2. Which keyboard instrument was developed from the harpsichord? And it was invented round about 1700 by Bartolomeo Cristofori, with the innovation of being able to play notes loudly or softly. So with previous keyboard instruments, for example a harpsichord, you just played the notes and it'd be the same volume no matter how hard you hit the keys. But Mr. Cristofori's innovation was that if you hit the keys softly, it would play softly. If you hit the keys hard, it would play hard. So what musical instrument was that? Which keyboard instrument did he invent? That is number 2. Number 3, women's sport. At the London 2012 Olympics, which country sent female athletes to the games for the first ever time? They were Sarah Attar doing the 800 metres and Wishtan Sharkai. And I've looked up how to say that. That's apparently how you say it. She was in the judo. So Wishtan Sharkai and Sarah Attar, the first ever female athletes at the Olympics for which country? And that was the first time they managed to get around to sending women to the Olympics was 2012. So what country were they from? That's question number 3. Number 4, body part. Which part of the human body shares its name with the fruit of a rose bush? My hair's pretty good today. I was almost shaking out a neck there because I was getting excited about Jamie Swan winning the booze. John Smith has suggested that Jamie's address is a large cardboard box at the foot of Waverley Steps, EH1. 1 OK. At least it's a large box. And number 5, soccer sport ball. Some of you might have no idea about this. You can always try a guess. But the question is, what year was Cristiano Ronaldo transferred from Manchester United to Real Madrid? You can get 1 year out either way to get the points. If you're 2 years out, you get bust. If you're spot on or 1 year out, you get the points. Okay? So, tell me if you're ready. And I shall recap those questions one more time. Just in case you missed anything. Here we go. Here are the questions one more time for double or bust. We're going to find out final scores in just a moment. So, Gulliver's Travels. Who's the guy who wrote Gulliver's Travels? 1726. Which musical instrument, keyboard instrument, did Bartolomeo Cristofori invent? The innovation was that you could play loud or quiet, hard or soft, which was a first. Number 3, Sarah Attar and Vishtan Sharkai were the first ever women from which country to take part in the Olympic Games? That was in 2012. What country were they from? Number 4, which body part of the human anatomy shares its name with the fruit of a rose bush? And number 5, what year did Cristiano Ronaldo go from Manchester United to Real Madrid? Have a guess. If you're 1 year out, you get the points. If you're 2 years out, you get bust. You decide which ones you're going to answer. You can leave blanks, of course, and you tell me when you're ready. Bill and Robin are both declaring balls out. That means they're answering all 5. That means they've got their balls out on the quiz table, ready to get squashed by the encyclopedia of ball-flattening truth. Imagine how sore that would be. At this point, I'll remind you I do this for tips. If anyone thinks it's worth a tip, me putting this quiz together, whether you agree with the crypto or not, then I'd be delighted to get a tip off you. I'm doing this to feed my family. You know what I mean? I still can't quiz in the pubs. I was talking to one of the owners today. Might be coming back in August, maybe. But in the meantime, I still have to buy food for my 10-year-old daughter, you know. So any tips, absolutely delighted to get them. And I really appreciate them that have come in before. Thank you very much. Appreciate the tips. If you think it was worth a couple of quid, you know. But it's time to get on with the answers because I see that you are ready. Simon's going for 3, playing at KG. Monday night, right enough. I just start the week, easy going. Keith saying the balls are out. Pero are ready. Heather Hunter is ready. Let's do it, let's do it, let's do it. Let's get the answers. Right, here we go. You know how to score this. 4 points for a right answer. This is it. Gulliver's Travels. Thanks, Bill. Gulliver's Travels. Great book. I read it a couple of years ago. It's fantastic all the way through. Not just the Lilliput bit. It's Jonathan Swift. Now, answers like that. I should have said this when I was asking the question. If you just got the surname, that's enough for that type of question, you know? Swift on its own would have done the trick for 4 points. Quiz ballers are going for broke. I like it. Bartolomeo Cristofori, what was the thing that he invented? It was a piano. Hey, old Joanna, isn't it? That's what the name means, pianoforte. Piano means soft, forte means strong. Soft, loud. Shortened to piano. So he invented hammers so that you could hit it hard or soft. Before it was plucked strings. Keyboard plucked the strings, so it was always the same. But he basically invented the piano. London 2012, right, this is difficult. Sarah Attar and Voidan Sherkai, or Wishdan Sherkai, they were the first female athletes ever to come from Saudi Arabia. There's Sarah Attar. She came last in her heat, but obviously got a huge reception. A huge round of applause, a huge appreciation at London Stadium for being the first Saudi female Olympic athlete. And number 4, the human body with a fruit of a rose bush. That's a hip, right? Everyone's got a pair of hips. Some people have been through more than a pair of hips. But it's the rose hip. That's the seed of the rose. And Cristiano Ronaldo, what year question? Maybe not a great question if you're not into football, but the correct answer is 2009. So if you said 2008, 2009, or 2010, you got the points. Outside of that, you got boom bust. All right. So there's all the answers together. And I'm going to give you the link right now to upload your scores. There we go. Just got the link. I'm just pasting it in. Now, what happened? If you got bust, do tell us. Most importantly, tell us what you got wrong and what you wrote down if you got bust. $12 points for Marion. Went for 3 and got 3. Nice work. 12 for Janie. Geet Robin. All the way with 20 points. Great stuff. Didn't gamble on Ronaldo. Yeah, it's a tricky one. I mean, a bit of a specialist one. Full marks for the quiz ballers. Got 70 in total. That's a great score. Robert, that's tremendous. Make sure you get your score uploaded. I'll put another one in there. See the link? I've just put the same link in again. You just click on that link and you upload your score. It's just your team name and your score. That's all it is. And then I'll make a league table of tonight's scores. I repeat the quiz at 9 o'clock, so I'll add in the scores from the 9 o'clock. I do that on Facebook. Okay? Although I'm considering just doing it all on YouTube because Facebook was being a bit of a pain the other night. Noodle Doodles are saying they've never got 20, but they got 20 tonight. Went for 2009 for Ronaldo. Excellent. Spot on. When I wrote the question, I was thinking, maybe you could make it 2 years either way, and I thought, nah, it's double or bust. It's epic. It's got to be like that. Caesar's Palace MD got bust. Put Jules Verne. No. Nah, Jules Verne did 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. What else? Trip to the Moon. But he was like a lot later. He was like 1880s, 1890s. What are Jules Verne's other ones? Did he do 80 Days Around the World? I'm getting that's the sort of thing I thought I would know. And then I can't think. 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea, Journey to the Centre of the Earth. That's the one. He did do Around the World in 80 days. So 1860s, 1870s was his stuff. Couple of, like 150 years later. After. That's the thing about that question. Like, it's a long time ago. Nearly 300 years old. That book, Gulliver's Travels. The only other guy sort of way back then was maybe Daniel Defoe in terms of English writers, English language writers. 69 for the Noodle Doodles. Excellent. Scumbag College, 71. Come on. Yeah, what, 64. Yeah, I'd be happy with that. It was a very difficult quiz tonight. Yeah, thank you, Pajero. Spage, 52. From Northumberland. Who knows, that might be the best score in Northumberland tonight, because most of our players are here in Edinburgh, or in Scotland anyway. Janie's saying pants tonight's 47. Listen, see if you think you got a bad score, make sure you upload your score anyway. And that makes the people in the middle and the top feel better about themselves. It's a social collective. You know, the heart and soul of this quiz is socialist. You understand? So we try and make each other feel good. So if you have a very low score, you upload that, and then the people in the middle feel good. And then you'll benefit of that next time, you know. There's, you know, nothing more depressing than thinking you've got a really good score and then you're like bottom of the table. But then it turns out it was only because the low scorers didn't upload their scores. So make sure you do get your score up there. You're virtually Scottish. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, pretty much the first place that our army will occupy when the war comes. Quiz ballers are delighted. First time we've gone all in for the last round. It feels good, doesn't it? You feel a little frisson when you're just about to get the answer. You're like, I'm not sure about the last one. Did you know Saudi Arabia? I want to know how certain people were about Saudi Arabia. And piano. I'd like to know how certain people were about that. About those questions. Were you certain? Did you know? Thanks, Robert. Yeah, it was a good quiz. I had a bit of difficulty about it tonight, which is good. Thank you, Derek. Thank you. The zombies are coming first for Simon down there in Northumberland. Well, God only knows where we're going to end up with all this stuff, I tell you. Has any one of our English people been to the pub yet? And what was it like? Was it a nightmare? I was talking to, like I mentioned, I was talking to one of the owners of the pubs that I do a quiz at. I was talking to him on the phone earlier today, and nobody really knows how it's going to work. He's busy doing up the pub, getting divisions. They're talking about the Joker and the Thief, yeah? If you know it. On Elm Road, Leith Walk, Edinburgh. And we're talking about, like, he's busy at the moment putting divisions in between the tables to create kind of booths along the wall. I don't know if that's like solid or see-through. And he's not quite sure about I said, is there a thing? Is there like do you have a number that you're only allowed to have in the pub? And he says, nah, the regulations are vague and you got to kind of try and work it out yourself. And I says, have you got any staff? He says, well, they're all on furlough and it's just going to be mainly me. And I've got no idea how it's going to go. he's taking bookings, you know. So if you want to go to the Boozer and you want to go to the Joker, send the Joker and the Thief Facebook page a message, and he'll take bookings. And we were talking about the possibility of the quiz, you know. Maybe sometime in August. We'll see how it goes. Simon says it has been busy from accounts. Be prepared not to be socially distant. Noodle Doodles are saying they're perspex dividers, Paul. You know that? Nice one. Quizballers about the Saudi question said one of our team thought it was Saudi but wasn't entirely sure. Went for it anyway. Come on! That's his stuff. That's his spirit. Michael from the Chameleons was 100% sure on the piano. 90% sure on the Saudis. Went for it. Barry and Bill, 63, first time in ages, went all in. Successful. Nice. Yeah, I mean, the Saudis kind of like the... it's probably the first answer you would think of, which doesn't mean it's the right answer, but... Well, it is the right answer, but you know what I mean? It's one of those questions where you go, right, women, no rights, women, where could that... Oh, Saudi, you know. Saudi's pretty much the first place, but then I would imagine you would go, well, there might be somewhere else, kind of roundabout there, but less famous. Like Qatar or Oman or Yemen or stuff like that. So I think that's a good question from that point of view, because straight away you go, aye, Saudi, and then you go, oh, I'm not sure. So, Simon, you're in Northumberland. Are you... So Northumberland is basically between Newcastle and Scotland, right? Are you out in the countryside somewhere, or are you in a small town? How many pubs are there in the town you live in, or the village? Because there's not really any very big towns in Northumberland outside of Newcastle, are there? Unless I'm totally wrong about that. Alnwick. Morpeth, maybe. But is Morpeth not just a... Is Morpeth a separate town, or is it a suburb of Newcastle? That's the only places I can think of, and that's only because they're on the train line. Durham. Durham's County Durham, though. Durham's south of Newcastle, and its own little county. Nice place, Durham. You know, visited some friends there a couple of years ago, quite a few years ago now. Geeks saying my local in Blackpool was quiet last Tuesday. People were social distancing, and there was hand sanitizer everywhere. Weatherspoons was heaving. Yeah, that's disappointing, isn't it? Because like, as soon as the lockdown came and the Weatherspoons guy sacked all his staff, right? And all over social media the next 5 minutes there was like, oh, I'll never drink in Weatherspoons again. Weatherspoons are bastards, you know, which is true. And I thought to myself, I'm quite cynical. I thought to myself, nah, everybody will forget about that. That place will be mobbed when they reopen. Prudhoe. Morpeth is north of you, right? Prudhoe. I'm familiar with the name Prudhoe, but when I was at university, I knew some people from Newcastle, and they used to mention Prudhoe. It says about 11 miles west of Newcastle. I'm just quickly looking it up. Maybe I went through it a couple of times because I went to visit some of my friends down there. And I can't remember the name of the place in Newcastle that they were from. She was from, but it was the west. Prudhoe. Today, it has largely become a commuter town for nearby Newcastle. It says here. Is it on the river? Yeah. Because the river pretty much goes straight west as far as I know. They got a picture. The picture on Wikipedia is of Prudhoe Castle, which looks all right. Looks like a fair old castle. Fun fact from Dr. Caesar's Palace MD: my family is from nearby Fingeringhoo in Essex. No joke. Saudis dating in public. Men and women. Women can drive. Yeah, they've had the women driving thing. I know they changed the law a couple of years ago, but I think in real life, women had been driving for quite a few years. And it's one of those things. The law was catching up with the people kind of thing. Gonna have a wee look at the map. I want to, you know what it's like when you just want to know something. I'm trying to remember the name of that place that I went to in Newcastle all those years ago. Stayed for a few nights. Visited a couple of times, I think. It was good, nice city. I like the, I've been at Newcastle a few times. It's a great place. Always fun. We got a metro. We used that. That was good. Went out to Whitley Bay. Let's have a look. I'm sure if I can remember geographically exactly where it is, this place. So way out on this road and then down there by the river. Let's have a look. Mind you, I say that and then don't think it's as far. Alright, I see where Prudhoe is on the river. The place we were was closer than that. Leamington? I think it might be Leamington. Nah, Throckley. Alright. Fuck, I can't remember. It might be Throckley. Toilet paper mill. Is that the local industry? That's fantastic. Big paper mill creates all of Asda's bog roll. That's great. Velvet Cushell. We're the boys to make your bog roll. That's good. There must be some good quiz questions in that, actually, like local industries around the UK. I'm going to take a note of that. Local industry, bog roll, Prudhoe. Yeah. By the way, if anyone's still here, make sure you like the quiz before you leave. I only got 23 likes out of all of you tonight. Maybe because of the you can't touch this question. Probably because of that. Right, I've got to look up this place. Dr. Caesar's Palace MD. This alleged Fingeringhoo. Surely that's made up. Surely you're just trolling me. See what we got. I put it in the search there. It is Fingeringhoo, Colchester. Bloody hell. It's got a pub called the Whalebone. The Whalebone in Fingeringhoo. Absolutely amazing. Just zooming in to Fingeringhoo. Yeah. Pub called the Whalebone. Looks nice. Got a nearby river called the Roman River. And it's near Colchester. Colchester's a fair-sized town, I think. In fact, if Quizmaster memory serves me rightly, Colchester is the county town of Essex. It's the kind of stuff you just know when you're a Quizmaster. And saying that's probably wrong. Right. You know what? That looks quite nice down there. Doing a wee bit of street view at the moment. It looks quite spacious. Quite, I was going to say quite countrified. There's a dirty, great big tower block over there. What's that? Oh no, it's not. It's a church. I thought it was a tower block in the distance. It was actually a nearby square-looking church. But there's the whalebone. The whalebone's got a car park out the front. Probably get a fight there. 900 million rolls per year. Pruda. What? No way, Bill. Was in a social club in Newcastle last year. We're talking 2019, and got charged 60 pence for a half pint of Guinness. Can you name this place? Can you remember where this was exactly? We need to know. Fuck that, I'm moving. I don't even like Guinness, but I'd move house for that. Because presumably other drinks are equivalently priced. Commensurately priced. Oh, I've got a message from Jamie Swan with his address there. Thanks, Jamie, if you're still here. Excellent. Right, I better get off because it's nearly 8:30 and I've got to get ready for the 9 o'clock quiz. I think there was one little typo in the quiz earlier on. So I'm going to go and sort that out. Thanks for doing the quiz, everybody. If you want to give me a tip, because you can't bear the thought of me looking into my daughter's eyes and saying, sorry, honey, there's no money for anything, then you're welcome to sling me a ton of money. Or just a couple of quid, whatever you want. And there's the... Robert Jones is saying, Quiz Ballers, does the pub do deliveries? Right. Well, hang on. What are you talking about? Which pub? What, the 60p place? Simon says, if you want a fight, then check out West Wylam Inn, Pruda. Am I saying that right? I've got a memory of people going, Pruda. It all comes together in just about one syllable. Pruda. Pruda. Yeah, Bill's going to look up the name from his file of facts. I'll be back on Wednesday with the name. I'll quickly look at the West Wylam Inn before I go on the old street view here. West Wylam Inn, Front Street, Prudo. This is for a fight. So I'm looking at Street View map before I actually go into Street View, the over map, and it looks like there's one kind of east-west street, Stony Flat Bank. It looks like it's called, and it looks like everything's along there. It's got a Greg's, the Red Brick House Care Home. All right, Dylan's Fish Inn, Prudo Post Office, Prudo Methodist Church, Prudo and Mickley Unionist Club. But what we want is the West Wylam Inn. Let's have a look at that. Where's the West Wylam? There it is. Near the Co-op. Check it out. What I really need to do is put this in another... Oh, Jesus Christ. Yep. There's going to be a fight there, that's for sure. I'm gonna take a screen grab of that and just put it on... I've got no better way. I've got no way to show you this at the moment, but I'm going to do a screen grab of it and put it on the Facebook so you can all see the glory of the West Wylam Inn. Recommended for a fight. There we go. So I've just taken a wee screen grab of that. Copy. Right, I'm out of here. Thanks for coming to the quiz, everybody. Yeah, the 60p place. Well, we're going to find out on Wednesday, Robert. Come by on Wednesday. Bill will tell us about that pub. I might get in touch with them. Ask them to sponsor. Anyway, thanks for doing the quiz, everybody. And see you all later. Good night.